So, I want to show you an actual play of the new Battle Royale. I've done a previous video showing a early alpha version of the book. There's been a lot of rule changes. I wouldn't say a ton, but a lot more to kind of amp up some of the drama that kind of comes up, and also make sure games don't just drag out. There can still be ties or times when just everybody dies, but in general, this usually will lead to most often a resolution that is dramatic and interesting more quickly than the alpha version did. And so this is a gameplay of the book that's just coming out, so version 0.1.0. And alongside of that, I am releasing a Foundry VTT module, which is a full game system that can allow you to play the Battle Royale solo. So I'd already played a previous version for some screenshots, and so I need to clear this and then start a new one so we can all do it. So this is the old one. I've cleared out some of it. When you first start the Battle Royale game, you'll usually get this little screen in the middle, this dialogue, and it tells you what kind of settings do you want. And so these defaults are the ones I recommended in the book. Like you can have around 12 people. This is based on a deck of cards, so you can do all the full 52 if you want. It's a longer game. We're just going to do 12. We can also make it custom if we want to. You can pick gender and stuff for this. Doesn't really matter. Suit's fine. Region, if you care about a region, you can pick one. We'll just go for random region. And diversity level. This is like how diverse it is. If you wanted to play, say, in Japan or for only Japanese people, you would just pick Japan and then say, um, 10 for this one. So, homogeneous all Japanese people. Being 5 means it'll, be a lot of whatever it randomly picks, but also some other people will be involved. We'll just do that one. Okay, so delete all the existing players and let's create. This is what your original thing looks like. We have a map cleared. We have round one. So this is our round tracker over here. And then we're going to bring up the chat. And in here you can see that the first dice roll you saw was how are we going to wake up? And so we randomly picked the scenario. In this case, the scenario is the waking up is the airdrop, which means people are randomly dispersed around the map. The game engine support automatically will place all the people. And so it puts you on round one. Here are all the players and where their map locations and where they're starting. And if you want to see the players, they would be under actors. Like this one's an interesting one, very interesting name. So let's just bring this person up. So they're a female Samoan. This person happens to be sick or injured as a personality type. So it rolls all these. It also rolls their starting equipment. So this is something you would normally do if you like a crunchy game. Then you would roll these yourself. You can also do it with this if you want to as well. We're not going to bother with any of that. This, by default, this game system supports more of a high-speed play of it, so less crunch and more automation. Yeah, and so that is what that looks like. I don't usually use the actor screen in this one. I use the combat screen. And so you can see the same people have been put in here. And so this automatically does the initiative roll, basically shuffles the deck of players. And it's going to pick up, so this Stanley's number one here, and it should match your rounds. You can see that the person that's up is Stanley. The person is political. They are carrying box cutters. Let's see, and the RJ, so they're this one. This is Stanley. And if you highlight them, it does tell you like who's who and where they're at. Oh, and one thing before we get started, if you don't have the game set up, for some reason it didn't show up, or you've already played one, you can find these things under the compendium. So the items that people will pick up are in the items thing. The rulebook, the whole rulebook is here, at least all the text is, so you can reference it here. You probably won't need to with the game system. It handles everything for you. You shouldn't need to reference the rules, but you can if you want to. And this is where all the macros are. So there's some things to clean up bodies and just some nice little, if you lose the round trick or you close on accident, this is how you bring it back up. And yeah, the game setup is right here. You probably won't need any of the macros. They're just kind of there, and they're mostly just built into other things. All right, so let's get playing. So we will see how this goes. I will go ahead and roll the action for Stanley, and we'll go through the first one's a little slow. So It rolls the dice of the type of personality. So there's certain things that they can get, and when you look at the book, you'll see these charts. And so this person rolls convince. It's something that a political person tends to do. So they're going to try and convince somebody to join them. Now there is somebody else in this person's area, and we're going to say roll to convince. So we get 2 and 4, and you get the results here. So Stanley tries to convince Leon. There's no modifiers to use it. Leon's not listening. If you ever need to see these again, typical Foundry stuff, it's just all in your chat window. Everything's in chat. Okay, so that was that person's turn. I'll leave it on this one for now. But you can control just about everything for over here as well. So if you say next player, it'll automatically take Paco, tells you where Paco's at, kind of brings your attention to him, zooms it up for you, and then you just roll him. So Paco's going to try and hide. That's what that icon is. We'll go ahead and see if they're successful, and they are. So they're hidden. So we're not going to go into what this particularly means, but the gist of hiding is if somebody's in the area and they try and attack, they won't find them. They also get bonuses for attacking and things of that nature if you're hiding. So a thinking player is a little bit different. So the way this works, if you say roll here, you're pretty much always going to get this overseer. And the overseer is you. And so you as the overseer get to decide what you want to do. So we also have Nora here. And so you might want to like go in and check to see what Nora is, depending on how this person's militant. And so you also have a short barrel AR on you. What does Nora have? Nora is carrying a pump action shotgun. Okay, so both these weapons are decent. So as an overseer, I'll play it as if I was this person. So I'll say, Rami, probably what I would do is I would try and convince them to join my team. And so we'll roll for that. And Rami convinces Nora. So they are now in team 1, which means they'll move together and they'll help and defend and that kind of stuff. So they get bonuses being in a team. It's definitely beneficial when they're in a team. So that was nice that worked out. 2 J's are together. All right, next player. All right, so this is going to be Lan. This person is normally afraid, carrying a wrench. And so they're going to try and hide. They are not successful. By default, success is typically a 4. And you can see it there, and you also see it over here. You can see there's a desperation marker in your round. And what that means is as the rounds go towards the end, the damage will start increasing and eventually success lowers. They are more desperate to get things accomplished, and they're willing to just sacrifice whatever to get it done. So you'll see it drop to 3 or more. But by default, in the beginning, it's 4 or more. So they fail. We'll go to the next player. And I won't keep explaining all these once we kind of go, but I'm using this as a way of kind of showing you how the game would work, even if you're playing it with a book or if you're playing it online. Okay, the person's going to try and hide. Was successful. Next player. We will see what they are going to do. They're normally depressed. I'm going to search. What are they currently carrying? I don't know. Maybe they're not carrying much of anything. All right, let's see. No, they didn't find anything anyway. Doesn't matter. Next. Okay, now this is the militant person with the shotgun. They want to move. Now, if they're successful, the other people on their team will also move with them. They are not successful, so they're not going anywhere this turn. So, all right. Eating. Molotov cocktail. All right. They were not successful either. So they were just trying to move. Next player. All right, this person is normally a silent person with a nail gun. They're going to try and move. And silent means like they don't really talk much. Not like they're sneaky ninjas. All right. Tamani, outspoken. So this would be the opposite. This person talks to everybody. They are carrying a frag grenade, and they want to move. And they were successful. No, we also saw that they died, and we're going to see what happened here. The map does update before all the dice roll animate, and I don't know if I can fix that or not. I'm kind of new to writing things for Foundry. But what happened was they walked into G5, and that ended up triggering an environmental hazard. So poison dart trap. So everybody would roll, and they need a 5 or more to spot and avoid the damage. And so when Adamani walked into there, they got a 4, which was not good enough. And so they are killed by the poison dart trap. And that's it, they're dead. All the other dice that you saw roll across would be ones you would have had to roll for a book to see, like, oh, did they run into anything? Oh, they did. What was it? Oh, it's an environmental hazard. What kind of environmental hazard? Oh, poison dart. Great. Were they able to avoid it? No. And so that whole series of events just happened in one big old splurge of six-sided dice. So they're dead. Next player. All right, and so let's see where they go. This person is deceitful, carrying a flashbang, which is a type of grenade. All right, see if they can move. Nah, they don't really make any progress. All right, this person is depressed. Another depressed person. They want to search. Okay, they were successful. So let's see. I don't think they're actually carrying anything of value. They roll and oh, they were carrying a rope. That's what they were carrying. And so what they found though was a first aid kit. And so they take the first aid kit, they discard the rope. That will give them a +2 if they try to comfort somebody. Now they find something like a weapon, they will most likely take that instead. So you see the next player in the round is disabled, and that is because if you look at the encounters, we have finished. We've gone all the way to the bottom of this. And so when we say next round, it'll automatically go to round 2. It recycles this, so it's not the same initiative every round. They're random, and it puts the dead people at the bottom. They're still there. There's a macro if you want to clear that up. I probably won't use it. These, when they land on top of each other, will sort the person who is next to the top. So, all right, so this is Bo. Let's see what Bo's going to do. They want to move. They don't really make any progress. All right, next person. All right, political individual down here at the Molotov cocktail also wants to move. Nope, I don't really get anywhere. Next player. All right. They also want to move. This person's depressed. Oh, something had happened, most likely. Let's see here. So they move into the southwest corner, and let's see. The environmental hazard is they ran into mutated wolves. Everyone there rolls 5 or more, and see if they can avoid the wolves. And this person did, depressed or not. They were aware and avoided the wolves. This person's probably not standing the while they're standing in this quadrant. I can move them, but it's going to kind of rotate them in a funky way. That's fine. Next. Okay, this person's currently hidden. That's why it's kind of bluish. And so if they successfully move, they will become unhidden. Which they did. I want to look at the chat so it's a little easier. He ran to an environmental hazard as well, a sonic pulse, which is disorienting. If they don't get a 5 or more, they rolled a 2, so that's going to disorient them. And it has a bunch of debuffs with that. And so you don't have to keep track of it. Normally you would. It keeps track of it for you. So if you were to go to the actor for Toto, you can see the debuffs are down here. So there's a lot. They list 2 to attack, 2 to move, hide, search, pretty much everything. And it's for 2 rounds, so keep track of that for you. They're only carrying a rope, and they're normally like a sick or injured kind of individual. And they're gonna need some help. Okay, the quiet type wants to move around. They're not really near anybody, or they're really not now. So depending where they walked into, this might be a problem. No, nothing really bad. They just found a rusted factory. And that's just a scenery only. When you're playing with the book, you don't need to do the event ones. It's just there to add color at the moment. And so there might be an add-on in the future that will use those, but currently today, those are just there to kind of give you more of a scenery and storyline to things. If this person wants to attack. Now, if you look, there's nobody around them. They don't necessarily know that. They have a flashbang grenade. But since there's nobody there, they walked. What happened here? Wait, oh, I'm sorry, they weren't trying. Wait, what happened there? I thought that was a attack. It ended up being a move. Um, Typically, I don't know. That might be a bug. I have to look into that. But typically, when you have an attack, they still roll for success on attack, even if there's nobody there, because they don't necessarily know. But anyway, this person ended up walking and came across an office complex. All right, these two are in a team. Oh, that's right, that's the overseer. So we can choose what to do here. I say we move. We know there's nobody there, so we can just tell them to move. And they're not making progress. All right, the other political person here. So they're still going to roll convince because they haven't convinced this person to join yet. Oh, but now they have. So now these two are in a team. That'll be helpful for them. All right, the militant of team one wants to move. And they fail. All right, next. All right, this person's afraid. They really want to hide. They've been trying to hide. Oh, they managed to do it. Now, they will stay hidden even though they're in a team, but if Stanley here were to leave, the Leylon would have to go with them. Leylon would have to go with them. All right, this person's currently hidden with an assault rifle. If somebody were to walk into their space and they were to shoot them, they would get a bonus for being attacking from basically an ambush position. All right, they're going to try and move. Oh, okay, so they moved, which takes them out of hiding. They come into the other space. It did not. Sometimes when they move, you could trigger this person to immediately attack. It did not. What happens is they came across a grocery store, which is nothing, no mechanical effect at the moment. All right, so we have next round. It means we played everybody. So next one, we're now going to do Rosang. She's depressed, and they want to move. Well, they're not going to. Next. Okay. And this person's deceitful. Okay, let's see what happens here. It's weird, 'cause I think there might be something wrong with that dice, because when I'm getting the attack, they keep moving. They misaligned. Alright, next. Alright, this person's depressed. Alright, so they're going to want to comfort. And so what will happen if they're successful, which we'll see. Okay, so Bo is successful, so they lift Paco's spirits. So on Paco's next turn, they're going to get a +1 on whatever action they do. Right. Oh, I think they had a bonus on that too, didn't they? On their roll because of the first aid kit. Nice. Alright, this person's hidden. They just want to stay hidden. Even if they fail that roll, they would just be hidden. It doesn't really matter. Oh, that's right, we got a pick. And what we'll do here is we'll try and move again. Oh, and they were successful. So team one moved. Oh, they had an environmental hazard of gale force winds. Everybody has to roll 4 more. I think it only would end up being Rami having to roll that one, but they're safe anyway. All right. So in the current game system, it doesn't always capture everybody in the team for the environmental hazards. It would catch people that are already there, but when they move like that, I think because the leader moves first, it doesn't currently catch the ones that are following. If I was playing this on paper, I would also roll for the Nora as well. But that's something you'll just have to do, deal with for now, knowing it's a little bit different than the way the book works. All right, this person's sick or injured, not feeling good, wants to move. Move fails, 3 versus 4. Hazards -2. Oh, they're just to disorient. That's why. So I saw the roll and I thought they would pass it, but because of the disorientation from the previous hazard, they have a -2. So they were unable to. So next player. Too disoriented to move. This person wants to search. They don't like the box cutter. They find no one hiding. They keep searching for items. And nothing. All right, so Nora the militant also wants to move. All right, just scenery only. Okay, cool. Office complex. Next. Yeah, resolves. Yeah, because there's nobody there to talk to, so they end up searching. Oh, they're successful. They currently have a Molotov cocktail. They find a kitchen knife, but they don't consider it better than the Molotov cocktail, so they keep going. There are rules for you as well if you want to automate these in the book for which ones they keep and which ones they don't. Alright, this person's far away from everybody. So I can't imagine a whole lot's going to happen to them unless they run into an environmental hazard. Eventually, at certain rounds, these will start being areas they can't be at, and they will have to move towards the center. When you start out scattered like this, and not all of the starting rules do, it does usually take a while before people start fighting each other. Ones where they start on top of each other, it's a little bit different. Alright, Paco comes across an old church. That's no big deal. Oops, I said extra on accident. Shoot. I meant the Synex player. Unless it was done. I don't actually know. So hope I didn't mess that up too much. Alright. They're still disoriented. We'll see if they can actually get anywhere. Move fails. Alright, next. They're up here, by the way. Alright, so what they do. Alright, they want to move. It fails. They want to move. Also fail. Nobody's actually making much distance today. Alright, they want to move. Alright, they have found somebody. Oh, actually, they haven't actually found the person. They found a small prison in that same area. Player. Roll. They also want to move. This person's political. They don't get anywhere. Anybody's super violent in this particular round. Alright, they want to search. Nothing. Alright, this is the militant. This is the most violent of the people, but hasn't found anybody outside their team yet. Oh, let's see what they find in the tables, though. So they were successful in searching. They find a 9mm pistol, but their shotgun's better. So, this is going to be us, the Overseer. I think we will move. And it's up to you. If you're playing this on paper, you can even choose the direction the person moves as well. I don't really have that in the automated system to choose the direction. That's always random. But on paper, I would probably actually have a move where I want them to move as well. I feel you could tell them, like, oh, you should go this way. This person who's thinking, you could either be that they're getting intel from you directly, it's like a cheat, or they're just very smart. They're the non-AI. Alright. Resolve the search. Let's see what they got. Metal detector. Yeah, no, they're not going to drop the metal detector. They're going to get the nail gun. Or they're not going to pick up the metal detector. Alright. This person's depressed. They're going to mosey or try to mosey. Or not mosey. Just shuffle. Go nowhere, really. This person's very political, but they're not going to find anybody to attack. They will not attack somebody on their own team. So nothing's going to happen there. Okay, so it was next round. Good. Did not mess it up. I think there is a warning if I hit next round and it's not, but I'm not going to try it. Alright. No, they don't go anywhere. This person, I don't know. We'll see if they die from just the ring of fire that's going to come to them. Alright, they want to move them away. Alright, so What you see here is bow senses hostility, but no one is around. So what that means is they had a hostility roll for their event when they walked into a spot. So had there been somebody else there, what would have happened is that other person would automatically have attacked them. But since there was nobody there, they were safe. So this person's anxious. They have a scoped assault rifle, which is really good. So I highly doubt they will trade this with anything, but let's see what they find. They found a tactical pistol. Yeah, no, they're not gonna do that. These people aren't friends, so they could attack. Oh, and they might. All right, so they will try to attack. They have a Molotov cocktail. But the Amon evades the blast. So, no deaths from that one. All right. Military guy looking for somebody to attack, but nobody in the area. All right. This person's sick. They might be done being disoriented now. Let's see what happens. Oh, but doesn't matter. They are done being disoriented, which is good, but they still suck. So, not going anywhere. I don't blame them. A bunch of noise probably messed them up. All right, this person's gonna try and hide. Yeah, I mean, after being somebody throwing a grenade at me, maybe I would try to do the same. I would probably move, but you know, whatever. Didn't hide. That's on you. This person's always hiding, but oh, they want to move. No, not really. They want to move. They're not going to move. This person. Okay. Are they gonna go anywhere? Nope. Next. Are you gonna be? Yeah, there's gonna be nobody can convince, so they're gonna do a search instead. That person's already on their team, but they end up finding their own person. So nothing really. All right, so next player is disabled. We're on round 6. Now, in round 6, this is where you can see there's a warning. This isn't going to kill anybody yet, but from a game mechanic perspective, when you get that random roll, these people cannot move into anywhere that's yellow. And so anybody who already is in the yellow, their valid places say for Stanley here will be this was like B3, B4, and B5. That's the only areas they can move into. So likely if they get a move, they're going to get out of this space. However, if they don't in a few rounds, like 3 more rounds, because the next warning is at round 10, so that this will all turn red, and anybody still in there will die, and then this next layer, internal, will do the same. Okay? If you don't follow, you'll probably see how this works through gameplay. All right, so let's go ahead and roll. This person wants to hide. Now they went back to hiding. Like, stop finding me! I just want to be left alone. All right, this anxious person with the rather nice assault rifle is moving. Oh, I thought they moved in the same space. They did not. They moved somewhere. It was an environmental hazard. Spore clouds. You cause coughing, but they got a better roll, so they avoided the spore clouds. Good for you, anxious person. All right, I'm on. Ooh, almost got killed by a grenade. Really wants to hide, but really not good at it. All right, let's see if this person gets out of the danger zone. No, not yet. Let's look around, see if there's something better than a nail gun. Nope. All right. Now there's a grid here, so they're not actually, Rami and Paco are not in the same space, so they can't really see each other. I do still think we should move, so let's just tell them to do that. They need to find somebody. They need to get better at moving. What do they need to do? Let's depress person's been to shuffle around or not. Alright. Talking politics. You gonna move? Yeah, they're gonna try and move. Hey! So what you see happen there, this person no longer is invisible because they had to move, but they got out of the yellow zone, so they'll be safe for a few more rounds. This person's also in the yellow zone. And they're going to stick in there for this time and look for some more stuff. They did find something. They currently don't have a weapon, so let's see what they find. Oh, a sniper rifle. Okay, so they were carrying thick work gloves, and they got rid of those for a sniper rifle. That's a good upgrade. Probably worth sticking around. Good choice, you. Alright. Military guy wants to attack somebody. I mean, who doesn't? But there's nobody there. That's not your own team. Alright. What does this person do? Can they finally move? Yeah. They've been wanting to move for a long time. They've been really sick. And they were successful. Yeah, nothing happens. They're just getting over there. Get a little closer to other people, though. So it's two different teams in that area. Alright. This person really wanted to kill them with a flashbang. But now they want to convince them to join the party. Stop hiding, join me. And they're like, you know what? Sure. I guess that grenade thing was just you not knowing me yet. Round 7. Alright, military guy goes first. He really wants to kill. There will be nobody there to kill. It will not matter. Alright, this person's afraid of everybody. Are they going to try and hide? Yes, of course they're going to try and hide. Already had to move out of the danger zone. Oh, but they haven't found a new hiding spot here. Uh-oh. Alright, this person's thinking. We're going to tell them to move. So, move again. Go find somebody. Your partner really wants to kill. Oh my gosh, learn to read a map. Alright. This depressed person. They're going to hide. They were able to. There's nobody around them. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Alright. This person's political. Alright. There's nobody to convince. So they try and search. And they are successful at that. They only have a box cutter. So let's see. They discarded the box cutter for what? Oh, sticky bombs. Some C4. Oh, okay. That'll be interesting. Alright. Now these people are new Team 3 now. So, this person's political. They're like, we should move. And they did. And really nothing. They just find an empty convenience store down on the bottom of the island. You're in the danger zone. You should move. Let's see if they do. No, you know, it could be hard to climb up that cliff. I get it. Alright, this deceitful person with the flashbang. Oh, I mistook what happened there. The flashbang was from the deceitful person. The one that convinced him the group, I believe, was Iman. I think. I'll maybe go back. Okay, so they are looking for stuff. Don't find anything. Okay, now that you have your sniper rifle, are you going to leave? You're not. You're going to talk yourself up. So, comforting usually is for healing an injury, but they can also talk yourself up. So there's nobody else there, but not. They're depressed. They're like, I really should move. Or maybe I'll just stay here. Just end it all. Okay, this person has the assault rifle. It's a good weapon. Hiding could be really good too, because if those people come in, they would have another bonus. However, I couldn't find a hiding spot. Alright, they're going to search. I don't know what they're carrying, but it's not a weapon. They don't find anything. If they had a weapon, it would show up in the rounds. And so they're carrying something that could help them with, maybe an event or something of that nature. Alright, that's everybody. Next round. Round 8. Couple more rounds. Actually, one more round, and then people will die. Well, if they're in this range, they'll die. Alright. You want to hide. Spin that dice. Nope. Alright. Next. This person's depressed and hiding. Maybe I'll move. Maybe I won't. So, they don't move. Alright, it's anxious. Paco, very anxious. The weapon. Searching. I don't know if you'll find anything better than what you got. Let's see what you found. Did find something. A metal detector. Yeah, no. Don't pick that up. You won't be needing that. Alright. They want to convince. There's no way they're convinced, so I'm searching. They found sticky bombs last time, which is pretty good. Limited usage, but pretty good. A hammer? Yeah, not as good as sticky bombs. Alright. The thinking, this is us. Again, we really should move. Figure out how to read your maps, people. I know you're into politics, but okay. Yeah, well, keep working at it, y'all. Maybe the military I will decide to move. Or maybe hide, sure, that's a choice. Oh, they were successful. Good job. Ghillie suit out there. Alright. Deceitful person. They want to hide. Yes, that tracks. But nothing. Alright. You really should move. Yes, that's a good idea. I know you're depressed, but I believe in you. Okay, this might not end well for you. You did not move. Alright, this person, very afraid still. Wants to move though. Not gonna hide. Good on you. Good on you. Yeah, nothing happens. Just, it was fine. Next player. This person's political. Molotov cocktail. Oh, that's why I got confused. The Molotov cocktail is why I thought that was thrown. Move to another grid map. Or not. Alright. You need to move. I know you don't talk to many people, but for your sake, oh no, you did not climb that cliff. Next round. Oh, you got one more. You're all so lucky. You got one more chance to move. Alright, the sick disoriented person wants to hide. Oh, good job. You're over there. Everything. Alright, next player. There we go. Thinking. Oh, that's right. They really should move. Keep trying to move. Keep trying to read that map. Guys, useless. Useless. Alright. They have to get out. If they don't get out this turn, they will die next round. Oh. Oh, Kota. Oh, Kota. You really should have listened. Alright, Stanley. What are you going to do, Stanley? So, I'm going to search. See if they can find that hidden person. Stanley finds no one hiding, even though there is somebody there hiding. But did they find anything else? They did. They did find something else. They found a box cutter. Yeah, no. They don't need the box cutter. Okay, now this is their partner. And so what happened here, there's somebody underneath this. There was the person that was hiding. So because their pawn was there, it popped it to the top. That person's still there, by the way. This person has a wrench. Now, even if they choose to attack, they're afraid. They wouldn't normally do that. They wouldn't be able to because they're hidden. So this guy hid, and they never found him, and so they left. So the sick guy got away. The military guy's currently hiding. He's going to search, and you can search while hiding, and it will not necessarily expose you. A bullhorn, which helps with convincing they don't need it. Okay, last chance for you. Okay, let's see. They do want to move. Ugh, saved themselves at the last round. Good job. Just came across a railway. You should be fine. Alright. There we go. Yuting's got the Molotov cocktail. Oh, that's the political person. Okay, they are going to search. Let's resolve that. Alright. I do think they could do better than Molotov cocktail. Sledgehammer, yeah. I don't know. That's debatable. Alright. And if you were playing this on paper, I might even swap it out. You could drag and drop it to their character sheet if you really wanted to. That would work. It doesn't stop you. But I'm not going to. And they could take this, like if you wanted them to take the sledgehammer or something, you could make them do that. Alright. So, for them, this person's depressed, still hiding. Nobody's around them. They're pretty much in the center of the map. Doesn't really matter. Nothing's happening around that person. These people are all close to each other. They haven't found each other. It's kind of amazing. I think because they just suck. Alright, next round. So this is going to be round 10. Coda here will die. Boosh. Dead. So they have died. This map, in the red area, you cannot move into. Anybody in there is dead. Her necklace explodes. So you see the information here as well. Coda is caught in C10 as the zone is destroyed. Dead. All right, so we're now in round 10. This area now works the same way. And so all these people have to move. Rosarang has to do it again. We shall see if they can. You're up first. Okay. I mean, I think it's a good idea. Start moving. You got a good weapon. Believe in you. You got 3 tries, I think. When's the next round? Round 14 is when it's going to blow up again. So, you got 4 rounds. You got a little bit more time. Okay. Oh, yes, this is us. So, we are going to choose to move. How they actually move. So, military guy had to come out from being invisible. They went into this other area. So nothing stirs means the other person did not attack them coming into the area. They may not even necessarily have seen them or know they were there. All right, this is the other person, Paco. Paco is one. They're anxious. They have a good weapon. The team one has just walked in. They're going to try and hide. They're successful at hiding. This could be good for them. That's a pretty good move. Because if Paco chooses to attack, it's going to be a good spot to attack from. And if they choose to attack, they won't be able to necessarily find him unless they search first. Which, being a team, they might be able to, but we'll see. All right. What is this deceitful person going to do? They are going to say, they're going to do nothing. Nothing. They want to move, but no. Okay. Military person. They don't see anyone, like, we should move. We should keep going. We're not very good at moving. We should try. And they did not get anywhere. Okay. Poor sick person. Oh, don't hide there. That's not a good idea. No, they can't find a spot to hide anyway. They're already hiding. But you really just should move. You should move. Alright. Are you going to keep searching for things? Yeah. You're right. Technically, they're rolling convince, but because there's nobody there to convince, they end up searching. They find a semi-automatic shotgun. Yeah, that is good. So they got rid of their sticky bones. They have a better weapon. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't give them crap. What are you going to do? You're going to move. I think that's smart. So if this person moves out, the other person on the team will get saved as well. And they did. Oh, they moved with everybody else. We're all together here. They found an abandoned home. That's where they went. Okay, this person's just wandering the mountain. You know, they're depressed. They're gonna try and talk themselves up. Like, I can do this. No, I really can't. They even have a first aid kit. That would help them. But yeah, no, they're really in the best spot. I mean, I get it. It's awful. It's awful here. Who wants to be in this battle royale? All right, so they want to move. They moved that way. I mean, sure, I suppose. If somebody was there, they would have been attacked, but there's nobody. Oh, next round. All right, round 11. The military guy. He wants to move. Oh, they were actually successful in moving. Unbelievable. And it's just an outdoor mall. That's what they find. Okay. They're going to search. There is somebody hidden in this area. They could potentially find them. They discovered Paco hiding, so they would not have. Paco does not have the advantage if he attacks next turn, other than a nice weapon. But semi-auto shotgun's also a nice weapon. All right, this person's deceived. And they're just gonna search. And the bottom of the map, super boring. Okay, what's wrong? Come on. You should get out of this area. I don't know why I'm rooting for them, but I really am. You have a sniper rifle. What else are you gonna try and find? Yeah, heavy revolver. Yeah, sniper rifle's good. Keep it. I'm telling ya. Okay, you can do it. Bow. Yes, because they get +1 in the next action. They believe in themselves now. At least for the next turn, they believe in themselves. You probably should stop hiding. I know you're sick, but let's try and move. Good job. All right, they're out of the dead zone. or the danger zone. All right, good on them. What happened? Oh, they ran to. I didn't realize this. They ran to a thick fog. Okay, but they passed, so they're fine. No debuffs from the thick fog, which is good. All right, this is the anxious person. I'm very curious about this person. Not attacking, so they're not super aggressive. Paco's okay at the moment. Doesn't really find anything. Okay, this is us. We need to keep moving. Um, and remember, like, even though this is a random roll, they won't go into the yellow. Okay. So, nothing special. This person's afraid. They also want to move. Gonna follow the other team, I suppose. Alright. What are you guys going to do? We're gonna move. It's a good idea. Go find people. Or not. Just sit there. That's also fine. Next round, round 12. Round 14 is when it'll close in again. And this will start closing in faster too, as it goes. The ring. Who is this? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, that is a C-full person. Okay, nothing. Okay. You still have time. You could still get out of this. Alright. I know you're depressed. Hey, good job. And so you're also going to believe in yourself next turn. Fantastic. I love it. Just resolving attack. I don't think there's anybody in their space. No. They searched, but they couldn't find anybody. Alright, political person. I'm searching. Find something. They could use a better weapon. This is true. But a compact pistol. They like the Molotov cocktail better. That's fine. Get it. It's not bad. Oh, I don't know if moving there is a good idea. Environmental hazard. Intense heat wave. You need 4 or more. He got a 6, so he can resist fatigue. So still moving through. Oh, he had the +1 this time too. So I mean, don't damn him. Oh no, the +1's on the move, so it wouldn't have been on that. So move there just fine. All right, this person wants to hide. They did it. Great. Good on them. All right, Mr. Sicko. What do you got going on here? Oh, oh no. You moved and flash flood happened. They had to get a 5 or above. They were unable to make it. They drowned. Oh, in a stream. Oh no. I know I brutal that name, but they are dead. Wah wah. Okay. This is us again. As overseers, I say you should move. Sure, move there. Alright. Military guy, not much you can do. Yeah, moving's good. Weird place to move, but okay. I mean, center of the map is a good spot to set up, I guess. I found a barn, you know, something. What's the anxious person gonna do? You also want to move. Okay. Yeah, nothing really. They're hearing that rushing water. Okay, this is round 13. Anybody in the yellow zone needs to go. There's only one person in the yellow zone. Oh, double sixes. Nice. No, they searched. They didn't. Oh, it's double sixes because they were trying to find somebody. Stanley is hiding. So this one, no, Stanley's not hiding. Stanley is the one searching. Leanne was hiding from their own team. They didn't hiding so well, did not see them. But did find a combat knife, which they don't need. Alright, military guy. You got to where you wanted. No, you didn't. You want to keep going. Oh, what happened here? Okay, environmental hazard. Flesh-eating bacteria from the water source. Everybody there has to roll 5 or more. Nora, which is the military person, did not. And they were killed by the flesh-eating bacteria. Oh, but Rami's still alive. Did not drink the water. Probably after seeing them, the flesh melting off of them. Oh, wow. So much for Team 1. Alright, Paco. I don't know. My money's on Paco. Let's see what happens. You want to hide? Fine. Get on them. Go hide. Do you. I don't know why, but I don't like this team down here. I kind of want them to die. They they won't attack anybody. Wait. That was a move, yeah. You're not moving. Because those are my attack. Alright. Same group. Okay, this person's getting closer, though. Let's see what happens. They're going to search. They find... Yeah, they don't have a weapon yet. Oh, they're using first aid, that's right. They got a sticky bomb. Okay, well hey, that's better than nothing. Take the sticky bomb. Alright. Seafull person. Okay. Alright, what's going on here? They're afraid. Oh, they want to attack. There's nobody to attack. They would have a bonus, because they're hiding if there was somebody, but there was not. Okay. Alright. You did this last time. Right at the last minute, you managed to get away. You're going to try and do it this time. Can you do it? Wow. Really just puts it at the end. Get out of there. Outdoor mall. Good on them. Hey, you do you. I wouldn't wait till last minute like that, but, whatever. You can keep pulling it off. That's great. Oh, what happened here? Okay, so Rami, who just had their friend, the military person, being eaten by bacteria, decided to move away from the flesh-eating bacteria. Fair. Goes back to where they were at. However, there is now hallucinogenic mist in the area. They did not do well in the mist. So the mist would normally just cause you to ignore your friends, which would be interesting. They could have attacked each other, but they don't have friends anymore. Oh, Rami, sad. Next round. Whoosh. And nobody dies this time. Nobody dies. Rollrug just got out of it just in time. Right now, the live people, we do have a decent amount of live in the danger zone. And this will be another round 4. They'll get 4 rounds to clear it. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Alright, so Bo, which is down here, is going to search. I think they just found the sticky bomb. I don't, love the sticky bomb for you, so maybe you'll find something better. A light machine gun is better. Good job. Okay. Alright, suppressed person. I'm kind of rooting for Bo, too. Even though they're very sad and goth. You never know. Okay, this person's on shrooms at the moment. I don't know. Let's just move. Probably better to stay, but not fun to watch. So, but stay. I get it. You're thinking. Deceitful. Okay. Sure. Go hide. In the danger zone. I'm sure that'll be fine. Okay, you're afraid. This is the second time they try to attack from the hidden area. That's pretty... They should be deceitful. Sneaky. Okay. Okay, you guys can't keep hiding in the warning zone. I'm glad you succeeded, but unnecessary. Okay, I think I talked himself up. Again. Okay, maybe that's what it takes. They're like so close, like I'm just gonna end my life. They're like this is it for me. I'm just stay here and just let it kill me. And at the last minute, they change their mind. This is the story of their life. All right, they get out of the danger zone. All right, we're getting more people getting closer. All right, let's see what happens. And they get out. If they get out, they will bring the team. Okay. And they also get out. They don't run into anybody. Next round. All right, we're at round 15. 7 here. Wants to attack somebody. I don't think anybody's there now. Wait, what happened here? So, Eamon unleashes a flashbang grenade on G4. You team must evade. Is your team? They're on the same team. But they were. Oh, he's deceitful. Maybe that's why. Anyway, let's see. So flashbang just messes with their actions. They get -2 next turn is what's going to happen. So it's a debuff. Um, well, tick move. Damage roll. Okay. Oh no. Well, not necessarily. They also. Whoa. Okay. So Teamsburg. Okay. So killed him with the flashbang or Yuting. I don't remember if Yuting was male or female. I don't remember how they identify themselves. I think it's male. Amon stands over Yuting's body and may loot it. They decide to take the Molotov cocktail from them. Or no, they can. We can choose to take it or we can leave it. So I think since the flashbang is gone, we should take the Molotov cocktail. So they get it. And on paper, the game engine doesn't always necessarily handle this. Like these ones, you can just remove it from the character card. Normally on paper, I would, if they use it once, it'd be gone. I think there was the flashbang which was earlier, so technically they probably wouldn't have had it, but we'll let it stand. We'll say two of them. No longer it's in a team anymore, Dome, so you know, there's that. Alright, move. Success roll. Oh. Man, the environmentals are just taking people out. A flash flood. There is a lot of water on this island. So Leon died. Leon was the person that was afraid. And Stanley, I believe, was the political person. So much for that person's team. Alright, this is our depressed goth person. They're gonna move. And they were successful at it, so that's good. They're sensing hostility, but they're not running at anybody yet. Okay. Right, round 15. Turns lethal at the end of round 17, so I got time. And they move away. Oh god, they barely went anywhere. No, you cannot. Okay. This person's probably gonna die. I don't think they're gonna give up. And give up on their life. Alright, I guess move. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Yeah, you should move too. Get Paco. I really have faith in you, but you gotta get out of this space. Oh, jeez. Guys, killing me. Alright. Stanley. They don't move. Alright, next round. Okay. So, I think this is the one they have to get out of. So, yeah, I just move. Like, this person's so bad at moving. I mean, yeah, whatever. They could be in trouble if they do. They found a lot to bang. They're not in trouble. They're fine. Move. Be a wuss. Alright. Deceitful. They've already just murdered their friend. And took their Molotov cocktail. That is not nice. Alright. Where are you gonna go, Stanley? You just lost your friend as well. Yeah, nothing happens. You're fine. I kinda like this go with the goth as well. Just taking a walk. Oh, I found a food truck. Good job. It doesn't actually do anything, but you know, food's nasty, but kinda cool. Oh no. Oh no. They chose to hide as their last turn. This is how it's going to end for them. They just couldn't get over their depression. Might end for this person too. This is your only chance to get out of there. Paco. Oh, God. See, this is why you don't wait till last minute. Oh, it's the end of round 17. Oh, you got one more turn. My bad. Okay. All right. There's still hope. There's still hope. I thought for sure they were dead. I wasn't reading that all the way. All right, Stanley. You're searching. What do you have? You have a shotgun. You're fine. You don't need to be searching. Alright, so, and then Paco. Let's see if Paco can get through this. Oh, okay, so this is going to kill Paco. Yeah, well, not that doesn't matter if they hide or not. They're already hidden, but they're in a danger zone. It's going to end of the next turn. All right, so let's see what happens with Bo. I think it's going to be Bo. It's definitely not going to be Paco. Nothing stirs. I mean, I don't know it's going to be Bo. I mean, technically, our thinking person's in the best location in the center of the map. Um, but I just keep having them move anyway. I think the goal for them would be to find somebody, depending on the other person's weapon. I think they would honestly try and just get everybody on the same team. Rami's will say it's not evil, they just want the most people on their team. That's what their strategy is for success. Uh, this person's obviously to team up with people, then murder them. But right now they're just going to try and hide. Awful. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, okay. I thought maybe they get out. Maybe. And they're not. So, now, boom, boom, boom. Yes, dead and not invisible anymore. All right. So now we have a special thing that happens here. So, those two people were killed. Okay. So we have Paco was caught and destroyed. Wellesley was also caught and destroyed. Now we have the Overseer's Decree. This is the showdown that occurs when there's just a few people left. So there's only when there's less than 5. So there's only 4 players remaining. Zone progression halts. Okay, all non-combat actions are replaced with attacks, and convince becomes a desperation plea, which is a special rule. It's a lethal social attack. So what that means is the zone isn't going to necessarily start dropping anymore, but it still applies. It's still considered a warning zone. So if they're going to move, they still have those rules for moving that way. All right. So you can also see in desperation here, damage is increased by 1. Success is still 4 or more. All right. So the thinking person is Rami. This is us. We're right here. We're in the safe zone. I think actually this time we will just hide. It's getting more serious now, so we will attempt to hide. Um, where's share decide? I said hide, didn't I? I always said attack. Did I pick attack? Showdown hide becomes attack. Oh, that's right. We're in showdown. It's my own rule. I just read that. Okay, staying there's fine. They try and attack, nobody's hurt. It's fine. Um, things are getting heated. Even I'm losing track of things. Okay, Bo. Bo, you need to move. Yes. But, oh, you can't, that's right. Haha, because you have to attack. So, you know, I might have to tweak this rule. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Um, I might make it so you can still move. I think that needs to be changed. So I'm going to look at my rule book on this one and maybe change this engine here. Uh, so that person moved. I'm a little confused. Let me go back up here. So that was depressed. I thought he was supposed to move. Um, there's no way to attack in E6, so he moves in E6. Yeah, that's a bug. So I'm going to try and fix that by release. Excuse me. But I mean, it's good that they moved. I do want move to be a valid option. So you can still move. Um, I might even change it so this keeps shrinking as well. So there might be a few extra rule changes that occur between now and the actual final release. But this has worked okay in playtesting. So give me feedback when you're playing this and let me know what you think, how you think this should play out as well. Okay, anyway, they had moved. Everything's fine. Next player. I will stop talking. Well, I won't stop talking. I will continue playing. All right. Now we're left. Try and attack. Next round. Round 19. Yeah. Yeah, see, at least in the game engine, this isn't rolling out correctly. Because if attack will let you move, but other things become attack, it needs to go, okay, I'm going to attack instead. Attack isn't there, now I need to move. And that's what's not happening. It's just attack first is what this is. So I will fix that after this. All right, but for this, just for the sake of playing, let's just go through and um, let's just try to attack the other person. Resolve the attack. The other person walks into our space. Okay. So Rami with a combined shotgun against Stanley with a semi-auto shotgun. One's short barrel, one's not. Rami wins. 8 versus 6. The loser rolls on damage. So Stanley, what happens to Stanley? Stanley's hurt. Because you get a +1, so it ends up being a 2. And we got to see what happens on the injury table. They suffered a blade arm, so they're going to have -1 attack next turn, Stanley would. Okay. Try and talk themselves up, but they can't because it's showdown, so they try and attack. Should happen, again, is they should move with this. I don't know that I mean, we're not going to try and force it. It's just a bug. I will fix it. All right, next player. We'll just run through this. Stanley's going to try to attack, but they have a -1. Rami wins again. So, let's see what happens. Stanley is murdered. Rami stands over Stanley. He could take the other gun if he wants to. You really want the multi-target, which he already has. So leave it. Multi-target means you can hit more than one person in a space, potentially. All right, next round, round 20. Okay. So roll. No one to attack. Right. Pulse position. Alright, now I'm going to choose attack in order to make a move. Now, one thing that will happen, if there's not enough deaths that occur, there'll be an additional piece that will happen as well. That makes it so that this speeds up. There's a lot of ways to speed this up. Without the movement being in there, this is a little bit buggy, but I'm going to let it play out even for this video just to kind of see if these other things end up triggering, and we can talk about them if they do. All right, next player. But in general, like, it's good that they're getting it. Why did he not move? Okay, still got some bugs. All right, round 21. Alright, next. Let's see if this triggers or not. I'm a little confused. Alright, here we go. This ends it. So at least it did trigger this. Now let's go through what happened here. So, the final reckoning occurred. Only Ayman and Rami remain in the Overseer stage for the final scenario. So what happened is they rolled up for last breath, which is the type of reckoning, and so the partner collapsed, and so there's only two. As near death, they will try to save them. However, in order to save them, they will have to sacrifice the last of their own resources. Contestant skill comfort. Each rolls 1d6 plus any bonuses, and a tie kills them both. But there's also, okay, so this happened, okay, we're reading this out of order. So technically Bo moved into another area right here. And then Bo had an environmental hazard, which is an F6, which was another flash flood, which kills Bo. Rami was also there, and it killed Rami. So the flood killed both of them. Okay, and so what then happened was Aman was the last breath person. He wasn't actually in a team, so you wouldn't normally run it. So what the game engine, another bug in this game engine was, it got down to Amon being the last person left. He automatically would win, and he did win. But because he was still marked as being on a team, even though his teammate was dead, it went to go do this last breath thing, which I would normally, if he was on a team, you'd have to figure out who in the team lives, and you'd do this resolve final reckoning. But since his other teammate was already dead, they died. And so he won. Amon is the winner, and that is how this one has played out. We've uncovered a couple more bugs, which I will try and clean up soon. But this is the how you play from start to finish of Battle Royale. And if you want to play again, you can just go and do the game setup again, and it will clear everything out and start up. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to send me messages. I will leave a link as well to where to get the game. It's only in PDF form at the moment. I probably will have a print later based on some people who have requested it. But you can also just download this game for free from Foundry and then